Along the country's principal thoroughfares, passenger buses are once again on the go. Despite scheduled runs departing from cities and towns, this sector of the public transportation industry is operating at a deficit. Bus owners say that as much as $10 million was lost during the period of the previous state of emergency, when they were not allowed to operate.
It has been devastating. The industry has been devastated by COVID, in the sense that the industry has laid off, I'd say, right at the top to this point, of around 80% of its workers are still laid off. We are working around 30-35%. Countrywide, the bus industry is only operational at around 30-35%. Over the last 6 weeks or so, the industry has lost a bit over $10 million if you put figures together. So all in all, the industry is taking a licking, and I like what some people are saying in Creole, but they're right agree with their life support.
Despite turning to the Barrow administration for assistance, bus owners are essentially on their own since government itself is financially burdened.
We are at a point where we know the government is not able to help us, because we've been there, we've been talking, sitting down with the people from the Department of Transport, trying to see how, as the association, we can get some assistance for operators. But so far it has been to no avail. And we're trying to see, maybe like in an interview I did a couple weeks ago with Marlene from my home, that I still have a bit of hope, and that maybe we can have a little sit down either with the FinSec or the PM himself, and maybe by us sitting down with him and throwing out the figures to him and letting them see exactly where we're coming from, probably then we'll be able to they'll find some way to assist us.
Operating a daily bus run from Orange Walk to Belize City, Joel Armstrong continues to incur losses. Not only is his run within the curfew period, the cost of doing business when there are very few passengers on board means he also has to drive his own buses.
It has been very difficult because I have a run out of Orange Walk at 4:30 in the morning. As you know, that fell under the curfew. So I had to dialogue with some people from the transport to try to get a later run so that you could feed your family, because if, sometimes people may look at a bus owner and say, he doesn't have need because he owns buses and he have a lot of money, but that is not true.
For Armstrong, the vice president of the Belize Bus Association, looking at the runs coming into and leaving Belize City, the commercial hub, the numbers aren't quite there.
The numbers is just not adding up. And then you say, sooner or later I might have to stop running the bus because I don't have money to continue to suffice the bus run.
The industry, notwithstanding the existing runs, is only running at a 30% capacity, and getting back to some degree of where it was prior to COVID-19 will also take a minimum of 2 years.
The bus industry will never go back to pre-COVID. It has changed, the dynamics has changed. We can't go back to that.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.